everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we'll be making a skirt inspired by Brandy Melville's Phoebe skirt. Before we start this DIY, I wanted to talk about Fashionary. They were kind enough to send me a few of their products to try. Fashionary sketchbooks have light figure templates on each page that make sketching much easier. Here I've sketched out today's DIY and some possible future DIY sneak peeks. Use code BELLA for 10% off your next Fashionary purchase. Link is in the description below. They also gave me this box set of figure templates, which I was really happy to see includes technical templates as well as plus size and maternity figure templates, which is really good for making more diverse sketches. So back to the video. I'll be using the basic skirt block from Pattern Lab. Use my code BELLA25 for 25% off. Mark 28 inches on the edge of your pattern paper, then line the front skirt block up to the top mark. Draw a line 90 degrees out from the bottom mark for the bottom of the skirt. Trace the top of the skirt just before the dart, and then take a pencil or pen and stick it through the dart tip and rotate the dart closed as shown. Trace the rest of the skirt and draw the side seam straight through the bottom line. You want them to intersect. Measure and mark the side seam at 28 5/8 of an inch, then draw a 1/4 inch line 90 degrees out from that mark. Blend that into the bottom line with a curved ruler. Add 1/2 inch seam allowance to the bottom and side, and then a 1/4 inch to the top to avoid bulk at the waist. You're going to repeat all of the previous steps for the back, except you'll be closing 2 darts and adding 1/2 inch seam allowance to center back for the zipper. Next, we're going to draft the facing. Start with the front skirt. You're going to place the skirt edge on top of and aligned with a folded piece of paper. Use a tracing wheel to trace 2 inches of the side seam and the waist. Do not trace the seam allowance because we're going to add 1/2 inch to the side and 1/4 inch to the top after. Cut and unfold the paper. Repeat the same steps except not on folded paper and add 1/2 inch seam allowance to center back for the zipper for the back facing. Iron on interfacing to the facing. This will stabilize the waistband and helps create a cleaner finish. Pin the front facing right sides to the back facing pieces and sew at 1/2 inch seam allowance. Press the seams open after sewing. You can serge the top and bottom edge after sewing if you have a serger. Pin the back skirt panels right sides to the front skirt, serge or zigzag the sides before sewing if you want to. Sew at 1/2 inch seam allowance. Pin the facing right sides to the skirt, matching the side seams of the skirt to the facing as close as possible to keep it centered, and sew at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now finger press the facing and seam allowance away from the skirt and stitch 1/8 of an inch away from the previous sewing line. Then turn the facing inside the skirt and iron the waist. Press the center back seams in 1/2 inch. Pin and sew in an invisible zipper. I'll link a more in-depth tutorial below. I feel like it would be boring to just keep rewatching me show you how to install a zipper, so I'll just continue to link it. After sewing on the zipper, turn the skirt inside out and sew the closed opening we left in the beginning. Understitch and use a zipper foot to sew the facing on top of the zipper, making sure the zipper teeth are rolled out while doing this to maintain its function. Use a zipper foot to sew the rest of center back closed, parallel to the previous stitching line at 1/2 inch seam allowance. Iron 1/2 inch of the bottom of the skirt, then top stitch at 3/8 of an inch to hem the skirt. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye!
time and now it's too late. I hate to feel ignored.